Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would give you a tour of our house. I did do a tour of our house 5 months ago, but that's when we first moved in. Now we're kind of established. We've got actual pictures on the wall and we have things for the house. So I thought I would give you a little tour of what it's like living here in Thailand. Now, the rent we pay here is $474 a month, which is pretty low. Now, when we first moved here, I would have quoted you $530. The difference is the exchange rate is going more in our favor against the US dollar. So that's a good thing. It means that the price of real estate is going down. So what we pay a month now is a lot less than it was 4 months ago. Okay, so this is our carport area. Usually the car is right here, but Kendall is out doing some errands, so she's not here right now. Excuse that mess right there, that we don't have a garage. So this is as close as it gets. So a little bit junky right there, but when you park the car in front of it, you really can't see it. Over here is our little, I guess you call it front porch area, where we have a couple of seats there. And in the evening, it's really nice to sit there. But of course, you got to have your mosquito repellent because there's always mosquitoes. And we have a small yard here on the side, which is looking very lush and green right now because it is the rainy season. So it goes back just a little ways, and there's just a little basically unusable space behind the house, and that's where the water pump is and all that good stuff. So we have this privacy screen that we put up, and the reason being is that if we turn around and look over here, you can see the neighbor's house. And right now it's vacant, and they got people renovating that property right now. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you're like, hey, Tony, you're missing your Honda PCX motorcycle. Yes, I am. I actually sold it. I love that motorcycle with all my heart, and I was so sad to see it go. But I'm also selling this one as well. What I had before was the original motorcycle I had here in Thailand, and it was great. But the problem is I couldn't ride it off-road to get out into the jungle areas for things I need to do out there. So I bought this for the dirt roads. The problem is that to get where I need to be out in the jungle is about a 3-hour ride, and it is about 2 hours of road, and then it goes to dirt road, which is why you would need this dirt bike, because the roads are, well, I fell off this thing twice the last time I was on that road. It's so bad. And anyway, so what I'm going to do is sell both of these, and I'm getting what's called a Honda CT 125, and it's one motorcycle to act as two because it can go on the road and it can go on the dirt. And yes, I know it's only a 125cc, but I'm not looking for speed. I just want to get to where I need to go with one motorcycle and not two. Now, we do have a laundry area. It is outside. And we have a washing machine and a dryer. You would think no big deal, but a lot of homes will not have this for you. They may have a washer, but they won't have a dryer. Why do you need a dryer? Things can be put out on a line here in Thailand and dry pretty quick. Yes, unless it's super humid or raining, forget it. I mean, it's just going to take too long to dry your clothes and you end up going to the laundromat, which if you watched enough of our videos, when we first got here, we spent a lot of time at the laundromat. We do have a cover to go over this. It's actually running right now. This is why the cover's off of it. And we have that on there because we're trying to keep the bugs, lizards, and everything else from getting inside of it. Okay, I'm going to take you inside of the house and give you a tour in there. But before we go in there, I want to just show you what we did earlier today and how that went. So ever since we've lived in Thailand, my wife Kendall just does not sleep well. And we think it has a lot to do with the mattress that we've been sleeping on. In our old home, the mattress was very thin. And where we're at now, I would say our mattress is probably 4, maybe 5 inches thick. There's no box spring underneath it. So that means it's kind of like laying on a brick. We did buy a topper to put on the top of it, but it really didn't seem to help. So today, we decided to go to a place and look for mattresses here in Thailand. Now, looking at these mattresses, we had plenty of help because there was very few customers and a lot of employees. So we had, at any given time, 3, 4 employees helping us at the same time. And when you're wanting to lay down on mattresses to see if you like them or not, it's a little awkward when you got 3 people staring at you as you're laying down, just watching you, not saying anything, just staring at you. But anyway, we laid on a bunch of those, and it's basically the levels. You know how you got soft, medium, and hard? Here it's really hard, and semi-hard. So we finally found one that would work for us. And the funny part was that when they told me how long it would take to get it delivered, and you can't fault the guy for what he said. He said, it will be delivered tomorrow or sometime after that. Okay, that works for me. I mean, I guess he's not quite sure when it's going to be delivered, but you know, the way he said it, it's hard to argue with that. So as you can see, today is an absolutely beautiful day. Blue sky with little puffy clouds, just absolutely gorgeous. It is the rainy season right now. So half the time it looks pretty like this, and then the other time it just looks like it's about to downpour. Sometimes it actually does rain, sometimes it doesn't. Right now we've been getting rain late at night, in the middle of the night, so that works out pretty well. Now this is one of the red lights that I have to deal with all the time. I've already been waiting here, 3 minutes? Let's say 2.5 to 3 minutes. And this light will easily go to 4 minutes. Just to give you an idea of how the light works and the way the intersection works. So this is one of those just standard crisscross. You see, you've got 4 lanes of traffic. Like in the US, they'll let 2 lanes get the green light, one going the way we're going now and the other one coming this way. But in Thailand, it's a little bit different. You get 1 lane at a time, so we can go this way, but all the other 3 lanes cannot go. So only 1 lane of traffic at a time can go, which is, it takes a little bit longer, actually a lot longer at a red light, and it's something that you'll have to get used to here in Thailand. This is another thing you would have to get used to. So roads run parallel with each other this way and that way, but they have these U-turns. If I want to go the opposite direction, you have to do what they call, well, obviously you're familiar with U-turns, but this is kind of what it looks like, and these things are everywhere. So a lot of people, to save time, not me, I can assure you, these people on motorcycles will go the wrong way just so they don't have to do these U-turns and save just a few minutes of time, which is extremely dangerous. All right, so we're inside the house now, and this is the first room I wanted to show you, which is the living room. Now this living room came furnished with a small table here, not the one you see, but it did come with these 2 couches on each side, which would have been fine, but we're gonna have a lot, you know, we've had and we will continue to have people over here. So we did buy another couch and a lazy boy type chair, and it puts it in a nice square formation so we can all talk. We bought this table just about 6 minutes away. I'll put the name on the screen because I can never say it. We bought that at that place that I cannot pronounce, along with some of the end tables and other decor here. One of the things we like about this house, which is common for almost all houses in Thailand, and that is it's got good solid floors that are not carpet. When you have dogs, here's one lazy one here, my other lazy one's around here somewhere. This is our Jack Russell Ethel. You always want to make sure that you don't have carpet. It's just easier to keep clean, more hygienic, so we really like that. Another thing we liked about this house is that it was painted white. We did paint this one wall blue, and we did that just so the whole place wasn't just one color. We had to get approval from our landlord, but it was no problem. And we also like how much light it comes into this room. With the white paint, along with the natural light that we have in here, it makes it very comfortable. And in the cooler months of Thailand, we can actually open things up and use a screen door. Now, yes, we're a little wimpy. We're Americans and we like our air conditioners. We have 1 air conditioner for all of downstairs, which may not sound like enough when I show you around, but it is. Cools everything down real nice behind me. And next we'll get another angle and I'll show you where I edit all my videos. So this is my desk area over here. All the videos that you see online, I do all the editing here. And now our neighbor has started up a chainsaw. So that'll make things interesting when it comes to audio. But I think you can still hear me just fine. So all the editing gets done here. I love this computer. It's one of the iMacs. I actually brought this from the United States. I had to buy a special case to transport it in so it didn't get damaged. And it didn't get damaged, and it does real well. I'm glad to have it here because the prices for things like Apple computers are more expensive here in Thailand. Okay, here is where you would come in the front door. We have stairs going upstairs. This is a 2-story house. Back here, we've got a little storage area. It's our only storage that we have for the house. And what we have back there are the dog crates that we had from the United States with their original bedding and all that stuff in there. So the dogs like that little area, and they like the way, I think, their old blankets and pillows and everything smell. And that's their little way to get away from it all as they go in there and lay down. They got their food and water back there. So we also got our bathroom over here, and we have this neat, I guess it's like a jacket tree, but we use it for our helmets. And the one thing I like about the bathroom is that it's got its own stand-up urinal. I gotta say that's one of my favorite things about the house. So this table came with the house, and what that means, we didn't buy the house, we're renting the house. But it did come with the house, and we just added a couple of chairs. We picked a different color than black just to kind of throw off the colors a little bit, add some mats. Bought this at the same place that we bought most every wood object in here. And we do have 2 air purifiers and 2 dehumidifiers. Here in Thailand, if you are not going to keep your windows open, you really need to work on the air quality in the house, meaning it's very humid here in Thailand. The dehumidifiers, we empty them every day. They get full within about 7 or 8 hours. One for upstairs, one for downstairs. It does help with the whole house, knocks down the humidity real nice. The air purifiers, we mostly have those on whenever it is in the smoky season here in Chiang Mai. If you haven't heard of the smoky season, it can start as early as February and end in mid to late April. And that's something to consider if you're looking to come here at Chiang Mai, is we do have a smoky season and it affects most of Thailand. Welcome to the kitchen. Now, in most Thai homes, they're set up a little bit different. This kitchen's more like a Western kitchen. It's incorporated into the rest of the house. But we looked at a lot of houses where the kitchen is actually outside. Now there's an awning, it's covered, but it is an outside kitchen. And there are some benefits to that, especially if you're cooking with a lot of things that have a strong scent. It would make more sense to have an outside kitchen. However, we preferred a kitchen that would be indoors. Now, one thing we have is an oven, which if you're watching this from the US, you're big deal, an oven. Everyone's got an oven. Not in Thailand. It's not necessarily a common item. We looked at many homes that did not have an oven whatsoever. What you will find, no matter what, is one of these range tops. You'll find electric ones. You'll find the gas ones. We have a gas one, and we also bought an electric one. We had to, because there's some things that you want to cook nice and slow. And I guess this may be a bottom of the line gas burner, but it's like one of those all or nothing. Like you could turn it all the way down and it's still got a big flame, and it will cook your food way too quick. My scrambled eggs, I can have those ready. 3 eggs scrambled in less than 1 minute. It's that hot. So here's another angle of the kitchen just so you can get a better view of the whole thing. And this is where we have our little tower here of a microwave, a toaster oven, and the toaster. We do have a full-sized refrigerator, which is nice to have here in Thailand. So as we come up the stairs, we had this little area right here we didn't know quite what to do with. We ended up painting this wall here, and then we did find some artwork that we thought that was bright and cheerful that did work with this little area. The wood structure you see there, we received free. You'll see another one downstairs. We paid for that one, they gave us the other one. And the table there is the one that was actually came with the house and was between the two couches. But that table didn't work for us too well, so we brought it upstairs. Had to do something with it, so we put it right here for this area. Now over here is one of the spare bedrooms. This one only has a twin-sized bed in it. It came with the house. And it also has a built-in desk, which is really nice. We've got our printer there. And this is what Kendall uses for her office. Okay, next we have the master bedroom, which I'm going to show you this master bedroom in two different parts because it's a long and awkward room. So this is the front part. We didn't quite know what to do with it. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but downstairs we don't have a TV. So what we did is we ended up moving the TV upstairs and we brought this couch to watch TV upstairs. So this is kind of like a, I don't know, you guess you'd call it a second living room, something like that, but it's here in the bedroom. And then if we turn the corner, this is where our actual bed is and the rest of the room. So we got our sleeping area back here, and then we have our area to watch TV. So it was the only thing we could think of to really make the whole room, use the whole room efficiently. And I think it worked out okay. I know Kendall's very happy with this setup. She's a TV person, I'm not, so at night she's watching TV up here while I am downstairs. Now we do have another bedroom there. That is my office / music room, so it's usually a disaster because I've got parts and things all over the place, so we're not gonna go in there right now. Now we do have 2.5 bathrooms. I wanted to show you the water heater though. These units are what people in Thailand use to heat their water. Now, a lot of homes do not have hot water in the bathrooms. If you want to know if it does, usually you need to look for one of these units here. It's an electric heater, and which is nice because you can take nice long showers. The cost of water here in Thailand is extremely low, and you'll have continuous hot water. Now, it's not the hottest water you've ever had in your life, but if you don't have one of these hot water heaters, don't think just because it's in Thailand, the water's gonna be really warm. At night, with no heater, that water, in my opinion, is very cold. Well, that's all I have for you right now. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you feel so inclined, buy us a coffee. We sure would appreciate it. Thank you for watching. And until next time, Kap Kun Kap.